This is going to happen to Bitcoin right now. In terms of price, on multiple different charts, we have actually broken out over the last couple of days. And that was because Bitcoin all of a sudden went for one bullish push. We can see it on nearly every single chart that I have open. It's a push that many did not see coming, but for us on the channel was quite expected, and I actually think that this sets the precedent for a major move that is about to come. Now you have to understand that even though this breakout was expected, it was not the massive breakout that we were waiting for. That still is yet to occur. And to give you guys some quick context, over the last couple of weeks, we've seen the Bitcoin price converge. We've literally seen lower tops for Bitcoin consecutively and within a range, but still higher bottoms for Bitcoin. To give an idea, it basically looks like this right here. It has the structure of a somewhat symmetrical triangle. As you guys can see, this specific triangle here has not yet broken out, and we've covered on the channel before that we are waiting for a very specific move before we get extremely bullish. And that has to do with Bitcoin breaking the $20.4 or $18.4 thousand mark. Now, looking at the Bollinger Bands, as of this point, things are, well, really looking as if we're going to break out pretty soon. Again, we have some crazy convergence in terms of price action, but the volatility has almost gone to zero for the Bitcoin price. Again, right now, Bitcoin is breaking out a little bit where we're a couple of $100 in the plus, but generally speaking here, the volatility is extremely low. And right now, the Bollinger Band width is at roughly 0.24, which is something unprecedented. We've seen that in 2019, I believe, for the last time. And right after that happened, the Bitcoin price dropped significantly. But more importantly, we had a lot of volatility right after that major dip. You can actually see it back in 2020 here as well. We have a major dip in the Bollinger Band width, so we basically get very close together, and then some massive volatility over the next weeks to come. And that is exactly what we are expecting here as well. The Bollinger Bands are getting extremely close, the width is extremely low, and so a massive move usually follows right after. If you guys are looking for a platform to trade, make sure you check out BitGet. I'll leave a link down below. Right now, every person that makes an account gets $10, and if you deposit $50, you get $20 for free in XRP. Also, there are $8,000 worth of deposit bonuses, and you have to understand that a deposit bonus can be used for so ridiculously much, in the sense that $8,000 of a bonus can be used for $800,000 worth of trades. A crazy bonus like this could potentially change your life because it doesn't feel like real money, as it's a trading bonus, but you can literally make real money with it. Just make sure you check it out. A link is going to be down below. You can use this in the US, UK, every country around the world. And I believe that even though it gives you a pop-up that you might not be able to use it, I believe you still can. A lot of people are very happy with the exchange, so check it out. A link is down below, and let's go. Now, on a lot of our higher time frames as well, we have started to look pretty bullish on the Bitcoin chart. Again, right here, you can see we've tested this major bottom so ridiculously many times, and it's now looking as if the downward structure is going to be broken, where again, this from a macro perspective is looking as if a major bounce for Bitcoin is right around. But there's something that I really need to warn you guys about, and that's actually what I've drawn here in the white. I've actually recorded this video 2 times already, but it got corrupted every single time, which is why you might see that the start of the video, it was kind of light outside, now it's dark. I am warning you guys of a major move towards either direction. Again, since the volatility is so extremely low, right now people are waiting for the next big move, and they're going to jump on it with crazy amounts of passion. But let history guide you, let history be your friend, and understand that there's a very high likelihood that the moment that we get a crazy breakout towards the upside, it's going to retest back. Like we've seen right here as well on one of our major charts. We've had a crazy bullish breakout, did not get the confirmation, it had a retest and potentially a bounce back, which is what we can also have here. A major push towards the upside, a retest, and a major bounce back. But again, let history guide you. This bounce back, this push towards the upside, this continuation doesn't always have to occur. Again, here it worked beautifully. A breakout with no confirmation, so being quite risky, with a retest and a perfect bounce towards the upside yet again, continuing with the breakout. It could also go along the lines of this: a massive breakout, a retest, and then a massive breakout towards the downside. And this to you might come as a surprise. You might be thinking, why would that be? Well, as of this point, we've had this low of a volatility and a converging structure for such a long amount of time. People are looking for the next big move, and there are people that know there's going to be a massive amount of FOMO the moment that we do break out. So what they're going to try to attempt is the moment that we break out, push it a little bit further to make sure that your stop loss is hit on your short positions, and then break it out towards the downside. So they make a ton of money and you lose your money. This is why we have to be very careful with a fake breakout towards either direction right now, because it might literally be a trap. Again, there's always a possibility of a bull or bear trap, but right now, because of this low amount of volatility over the last couple of weeks, which can be confirmed again with the Bollinger Bands, there's a very high likelihood that the moment we do break the converging trend, with some confirmation above either 20.4 or below 18.4, that we actually get some sort of attempted fake out. But again, guys, right now, all signs are flickering for every direction. It is crazy. People are so extremely indecisive. And again, it's also quite logical, as we've not seen a Bitcoin move for literally weeks. You don't see that pretty often, very often. So people are also looking again at these theories of the midterm election saying, hey, there's been a downward sloping trend line with a major support that's been equal for a little while. We had the same similar pattern in 2018. And even though times are different, times are looking more bullish right now, there is some potential for downside, even though most of our charts actually broke out bullish and are actually looking good right now. I just want you guys to realize that our decisive chart has not spoken just quite yet. We're still waiting for the major breakthrough. And as of this point, things look good. And again, it might actually be so that this chart of 2018-2022 has no resemblance to the real world anymore because our scenario in 2022 is so ridiculously more bullish. But of course, it's something I keep it in the back of my head. And even though our general narrative has been bearish because of the very clearly defined lower tops and the ever so slightly stable bottom, which on the short term is looking to also be convergent and kind of coincides with the decrease in tops. Beforehand, it was rather stable with a significant stable bottom being formed at about 18.4 thousand. And so our bias is shifting from being very negatively biased to being quite neutral with a slight bullish bias right now. But still be prepared for a massive fake out.